Hello everyone, Denise here. Today I'm going to show you how to make the South Dakota Sunrise Hat. And this is inspired by a picture I took, and I'll insert that here. This is the stitch for April 2024, Paying It Forward Friday, the stitch in the round. So let's get started. So the materials I will be using for my hat: some Caron Jumbo Ombré yarn. This is from Joanne. You can also get it at yarnspirations.com. And an Ophire hook, 5mm. I am an affiliate for Ophire. I will link that below. This is the Alexandrite. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful hook. And that is June's birthstone. Caron Jumbo Ombré is 12 ounces, 340 grams. It is 100% acrylic. It's a medium weight 4. This color is blush and blue. I love this yarn. I did a review on it. I did a blanket in it, and it has the same name as the hat. So you only need a little bit of this for the hat, but if you're making the blanket, you can use what you have left over for the hat. It's 595 yards, so there's a lot of yardage there. 544 meters. 340 grams, 12 ounces. That's about all the specs. You can machine wash and dry it, so, and it's soft. I really like this yarn. So I have a ball of it in my Ophire yarn bowl, which actually is pretty fantastic considering I paid half price. There's a little crack down in the bottom and a little bit of discoloration on the hole right there, but I love it, and it works just the same as if it was perfect. It's just not perfect like all of us. So I guess we're oopses. We start with a magic circle. If you don't like a magic circle, you can chain 4 and join with a slip stitch to your first chain, and that makes a circle for you. I like the magic circle. Once I started learning it and knowing how to do it without looking it up every time, it's my go-to now. I use it all the time. So I apologize for the condition of my hands. They're sore, and I have a sore. So it's an interesting look, but these gloves are really nice for arthritic hands. I got them on Temu. They're like $3. They're very affordable. So I cut this one though. They don't come like this. That's so that I can crochet, but they do give my hands some support when I need it. So this is how I do my magic ring or circle. Working yarn gets put back here. This is the tail end, goes up around my finger, working yarn back that way. And then I scoop the yarn up with my hook, if I can see it. And then I rearrange the yarn in my hand so that the working yarn is how it always goes in my hand. And I chain 1. As I work with these 2 together around them. That way, when I need to cinch, it cinches really nice. So we are going to start with 12 single crochet in the circle. The pattern is multiples of 2, but this will work for any size. So 12 single crochets in your circle. Go around your tail if you're doing a magic ring, so you can cinch it. 2, 3. I think my circle's too big. It's hard to hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'm going to cinch that. Get a stitch marker if you need to, but I'm joining the rounds. I'm not doing in a spiral. It's easier to keep track of with this pattern, in my opinion anyway. Slip stitch to your beginning, single crochet there, and we're going to start round 2. Round 2, we're going to chain 1, and we're going to put a double crochet and a single crochet in the same stitch as our chain 1. So right there, double crochet, and a single crochet. Now we're going to put a double crochet and a single crochet in each stitch all the way around. So we had 12 stitches. We're going to double the stitches because we're putting 2 stitches in each one all the way around. So we'll have 24 at the end of the round. So each stitch you have, put a double crochet, and a single crochet. Double, single, all the way around. And I will meet up with you in just a minute here. I get to the end of my round. When you get to the end of your round, slip stitch into your beginning double crochet. Now, depending on the size of yarn that you're using, it depends on how far you need to go. So no matter what size of hat you're doing, this is the same pattern you will follow. You just need to measure the diameter of your circle. So as you're doing your rounds, when you think you're getting to a big enough size to, once you take the diameter times pi, you'll have your circumference, and then that will be the size of your hat once it's finished. So I work until I get, if I'm doing an adult hat, I work until I get right around 6.5 to 7 inches. That's a typical female/male head size. It depends on who you're making it for and if you know their size. I will leave a general size list down below. That way, if you don't have somebody in mind, you can just make whatever size for whatever age of person. So we did round 1 and we did round 2. On to round 3. Round 3, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to skip the first double crochet, and we're going to single crochet in the single crochet. So our double crochet is the one we just slipped into, so we're not going to work right there. Okay, we're not working here. This is our single crochet, so we're going to put a single crochet in our single crochet. Then we're going to go back to our double crochet. That's where our chain 1 is. We're going to put a double crochet there. Now you're going to skip the next double crochet, which is right there, and go into your single crochet. You can tell by looking at your work. Your double crochet is going to be more bulky. Your single crochet will just look like this. It'll be like a V, a long V. Your double crochet will be more bulky. So the double crochet is here. We're skipping that. We're going in here to do the single crochet. Then we're going back to the skipped double crochet and we're putting a double crochet in it. We're going to do that all the way around, making note that when you're looking at your stitches, you can see you've already gone in the stitch because you have your stitch over here. So this is your next double crochet right there, but we're going into the single crochet that's right here next to it, putting a single crochet. then back to that double crochet right there and put a double crochet in it. We're going to do that all the way around, skipping the double, going in the single and putting a single, going back to the double and putting a double in it. Okay, I'm going to count my stitches, make sure I still have 24 because we did not increase. Don't run away.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24.
Okay. I have 24 stitches. Going to move on to round 4. If this circle is big enough for you, if you're using a larger yarn, your circle could be big enough, but this is how you'll do it. So slip stitch to your beginning double crochet so you can have a good measurement on your diameter. You will take your tape measure and you will measure your circle. We're almost at 3 inches, so I will roughly say 3 inches. You'll take your awesome calculator from Temu, which is like $3 or something, and you will take 3, that's your inches, times 3.142, that's pi, and then you'll have 9 and almost a half inches for the circumference of your hat, which could be, you know, a preemie size, like a super tiny preemie size. Our grandson, when he was born, our first grandson, when he was born at like 28 weeks, 28, 30, I can't remember. He was born very early, and he was tiny. He weighed like 3 pounds. So something like that would fit a tiny preemie. That's not the size I'm going for, so I'm going to keep increasing. So that's how you measure to make sure that the size is correct for whatever size you are making. If your size is bigger than that, take it times 3.142. That will give you the circumference of the roundness of your hat. But for now, I'm going on. So counting our rounds, 1, 2, 3. We're on round 4. So round 4, we're going to chain 1. We're going to put a double crochet and a single crochet in the first stitch, and that's the same stitch as our chain 1 right here. So double crochet and a single crochet. Then we're going to put a double crochet and a single crochet in each stitch all the way around. That is all the doubles and all the singles. So double, single, double, single. So the big ones are doubles. So we're doing a double crochet and a single crochet in that. And in all the singles, we're doing a double crochet and a single crochet. So each stitch all the way around, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet. At the end of round 4, we will have 48 stitches because we're doubling our stitches. Every stitch we had in round 3 was 24. We had 24. Now we're putting 2 in each of them. So we're going to have 48 stitches. So when you get around to the last of your round, make sure that you have 48. Double crochet and single crochet in every stitch all the way around. I will meet you in just a minute here. Okay, at the end of my round 4, I have 48 stitches. I will slip stitch to my beginning double crochet, and I will measure again and tell you where I'm at. Like I said, if you're using any other weight of yarn, yours is going to probably be different. Now we have 4 inches, so let's find out what the circumference would be. 4 times 3.142 equals 12.5. So that is a slightly bigger hat. That's maybe a preemie size. Like I said, I'll leave a range of sizes below, and then you can get an idea for where you should stop on your hat. I'm not stopping on mine. This is still too small, so I'm going to move on to round 5. Round 5, we are not increasing on this round. We're going to chain 1 and we're going to skip our first double crochet, which is right here where we joined. Remember, we slip stitched into our double crochet. So we're skipping that and not working right there, but we're going into our single crochet right next to it and putting a single crochet. Then we're going to go back to our double crochet and put a double crochet in there. We're going to skip the next double crochet right here. Remember, it's bulkier. And we're going to go into our single crochet, which looks like a V. Bulky is double, V is single. So go into your single crochet, put a single crochet, go into your double crochet, put a double crochet. We're going to do that all the way around. At the end of round 5, we're going to have the same amount of stitches as we did in 4 because we're not increasing. So we will have 48 stitches at the end of round 5. Skip your double, go into your single. So skipping double, going into single, going back to double, putting double. Skip the double, go into single, go back to double and put a double. I'm going to do that all the way around. I will meet back up with you in just a moment. All right, I'm at the end of my round 5. I'm going to slip stitch to my beginning double crochet here. And then I'm going to measure again. Now I'm at 5 inches almost. If I laid it flat, yeah, be right at about 5 inches. So 5 times 3.142. We have 15.5 plus inches. So that's like a newborn size hat. So if you want to make a newborn hat and you're there at around that inch mark, go ahead and wait until I'm ready to continue the body. I'm not going to stop here. I'm going to keep going. So we're going to move on to round 6. Round 6, we are going to be increasing. So when we increase in the beginning here, it's going to be on even rounds. So you know, if I didn't say that before, even rounds is when we increase. When we're not doing our cross stitches, we're going to increase on those rounds because it's just easier and it makes less of a mess. So trust me, I've tried it and it's not great. And chain 1 and move on to round 6. Round 6, we're going to put a double crochet in that same space or stitch as the chain 1. And then a single crochet. And we're going to do that 4 more times. So in the next double crochet right here, not in the single, just in the double, right here, going to do a double crochet and a single crochet. So that's 1 double crochet, and do another one in that one, double crochet and single crochet. In the next double crochet, do the same thing, double crochet, single crochet, and 1 more, double crochet and single crochet. Now we're going to do an increase. So we're going to do 2 sets of those in the next double crochet. So double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, all in the same stitch. So at the beginning of our round, we started with our first one where our chain 1 was, and then we did 4 more of those. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we increased. So now we're going to repeat that all the way around. We're going to do 5 sets of the double crochet, single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 in the next one. So double crochet, single crochet in your next double crochet. Double crochet, single crochet in your next double crochet. Double crochet, single crochet in your next double crochet. That is 1, 2, 3 of them. Double crochet, single crochet in your next double crochet. That's 4. Double crochet, single crochet in your next one. That's 5. Now in the next one, we're going to do 2 sets. So that's our increase. Double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, all in one stitch. So repeat that all the way around. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of double crochet, single crochet, and then increase and do 2 in the next one. I'll meet you when we are at the end of our round. Okay, slip stitch to your beginning double crochet at the end of round 6. Let's count our stitches, make sure that we are on our mark for the stitch count.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56.
Yes, perfectly. 56 stitches at the end of our round 6. Now we're going to move on to round 7 if you need to, but let's measure. Get a color change there. 6 inches, so we are really, really close. 6 times 3.142. We're at almost 19 inches, which is a good size for like a 6-month-old-ish, depending on the child. I'm not gonna stop there. That's not, I'm looking to make an adult hat, so I'm gonna keep going. Round 7 is not an increase round, so at the end of round 7 you'll still have 56 stitches. Chain 1. Round 7, we're going to start with our single crochet right here. That's our single crochet. Remember, we slip stitched into our double crochet. So skip this double crochet, go into our single crochet, put a single crochet. Now go back to your double crochet and put a double crochet in your double crochet. Single, go back to your double you just skipped, put a double. Skip your double, go in your single, single, go back to your double and double. Repeat that all the way around. I will meet back up with you at the end of round 7 and you will have 56 stitches. You want to slip stitch to your beginning double crochet. I'm going to measure. Should be right there. Six and a half. 6.5 inches I'm at right now. 6.5 times 3.142. 20 and almost a half inches. So it's still a little small for an adult unless you have a smaller head. It's pretty small. I know my 3-year-old, one of my 3-year-old grandsons had a 20-inch head when he was like 4. So it all depends on the person. As far as increasing, it's up to you when you want to stop. Now, I'm going to go on to round 8. Round 8 is, round 8 for me is still an increase round because I'm not where I need to be in my pattern yet. I'm going to go one more round because I feel like one more round will put it right at an adult size that will pretty much fit anyone's head unless they need extra large. If you're at the spot that you need to stop, please wait for me. I will be one more round, I think, and then I'll be there. So I'm going to chain 1 to secure. And then in the same stitch, which is our double crochet stitch that we slipped into, we want to do a double crochet and a single crochet. And now we're going to put a double crochet and a single crochet in our double crochet. And then again in the next double crochet, put a double and a single. Okay, and now in the next one, we're going to do our increase. So we're going to do 2 sets of those. So double, single, double, single, all in one stitch. Now every 3 times that we do a normal stitch, 1, 2, 3 normal sets, and our next set do a double. So 3 normals. In our double crochet, do double single. In our next double, do double single. Oops. In our next double, do double single. In our next double, do 2 sets. So double, single, double, single. So you'll do in each double crochet, 1, 2, 3, do 3 normal sets, and then increase on your next double. Okay, so I will meet back up with you when I get around to the other side. Slip stitch to the beginning, double crochet, and then I'm going to measure. I'm pretty sure I'm there. So at 7.5 inches, 7.5 times 3.142 is 23.5 inches. So that's going to fit probably any adult, any female, any male, depending on the stretch of your yarn, depending on the size of their head, you know, so on and so forth. So now I'm going to start working down the body of the hat, and I am no longer going to increase. So every round, round 8, by the way, I ended with 70 stitches, so I better make sure that I have that, but I should.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 56, 60, 62, 64, 66, 68, 70, yes.
I have 70 stitches at the end of my round 8. Round 9. Round 9, we're just going to work the body of the hat, or whatever round you're on, this is where the body begins. So this will be a repeat round if you're going to do the body of the hat. And depending on how long you want your hat for crown to brim, depending on that. For an adult, usually female, I'll do 8, 8.5. Male, depending on the male, I'll do 8.5 to 9. Depends on what they want. Depends on if they want fold up on the hat. Depends on a lot of things. But I usually do right around 8.5. I'm making a hat for me. So like I said, this will be the repeat for the body of the hat. If you are doing a brim, leave room for your brim. If you're not doing a brim, just work until you get that measurement that you're looking for. So round 9, that's what I'm on. I'm going to chain 1 here, and then I'm going to skip the double crochet, which is right there. I'm going to single crochet in the single crochet. Then I'm going to go back to my skipped double, and I'm going to put a double in the double. Then I'm going to skip the next double right here, go into the single, go back to the double, and put a double. Skip the next double, go into the single, make a single, go back into that skipped double and put a double. And that is it all the way around. So I'll meet back up with you when the body of my hat is done. next round, when you get around to the stitches, you're not increasing unless you need to. If you're using smaller yarn, you'll probably need to, maybe. If you need to. Our last increase round was round 8. And in round 8, we had, well, we'll have 70, you'll have 70 stitches if you've made it this far and you need to increase. So next round, if you need to increase, I would do at the beginning of your next round, I would do 6 sets of just the double single and then increase. But you'd have to be using smaller yarn or be very tight tension if you need to keep increasing. So I'll meet back up with you when the body of my hat is done. Also, if you ever have any questions, just ask me in the comments or email me. I will see you in a minute. When you're coming back around to the first round that you started of the body, you will slip stitch into your double crochet, and then since we haven't worked in stitches like this for a repeat, we always have been going into increases. I thought I would show you. So chain 1, your stitches are going to look like this. Now you're going to go to your single crochet and single crochet in the single crochet. You're going to go back to the double crochet and double crochet in the double crochet. And that double crochet is what you slip stitched in. Okay, and then you'll look at your work some more. This is a double, so go into the single and then go back to the double and put a double crochet. And you just do that all the way around, and I will meet up with you, like I said, when the body of the hat is done. We'll talk about options and whatnot. So I will see you in a moment. I am at 6 inches from crown to almost brim. Need to think about an edging. So I was thinking, instead of doing a front post, back post, which I've done a million times on the channel, and instead of doing just single crochet rounds, which a lot of people do, some people like slip stitches. I find that hard to use as far as elasticity because it gets too tight on people's heads. I've had that complaint like 10 years ago when I would make hats like that, and I quit making them that way. I don't do single crochets unless it's a hat for me or somebody I know their exact size. So I was thinking on this hat, either keep going down far, like on a few of my hats I don't do brims on. I just keep going. And then if it's too long, you can always fold it up, right? But I thought in this one, I would probably, instead of bringing stitches in, like is normally done on hats for brims, I'm going to switch hooks. Yep, I'm going to switch hooks. So right now I'm using a 5 millimeter. I'm going to switch to a 4. And I'm going to keep doing the stitches as normal. I think it's going to work out great because I actually overshot the size of this hat a bit for me. So I think if I just drop 5 to 4, I'll be good. It'll be good. So I'm going to use my, what month is this? This is August. It's is Peridot, I believe. Right? Yeah, I think so. That would have been my mother's. So I'm going to keep doing the stitches as I have been doing them. I'm just dropping my hook size to a 4 instead of a 5. And that way I don't have to do anything crazy. I think the front post, back post, and it would be fine. I just don't think I would like the texture with this hat. And maybe I'll work another one up and try that. I don't know. But for now, I'm just gonna go in stride with what I have been doing, and that is just go in pattern, single crochet and single crochet, double crochet in the skipped double crochet. So if you have a favorite brim that you like to do on hats, go ahead and do it, or do what I'm doing. Your call, your choice. I just think dropping the hook down will help bring the head in, keep it on someone's head. That someone being me, but it will solve the problem for me about what style of brim to put on it. Instead, I'll just keep in pattern. It will bring the stitches in by dropping the hook size down, so that solves that. So I'll meet up with you in a little bit and I'll let you know how this is working out. I'm going to work about 2 inches of this because, like I said, I was at about 6 inches before I started this. So I usually go 8 to 8.5 on the hats that I make for me, or just a general female hat. I definitely go longer for my husband because he has a larger head, and men usually have larger heads, so they need that extra length, but this is for me. So I will stop around 8, I'll try it on, I'll come back and we'll talk. And there is my hat finished. So I have already started another one. I think it's cool how you use this yarn and you get a different hat every time because the colors are completely different in this one because of the ombre. So what I did to finish the hat was already talked about dropping the hook size down. I just went until it fit and hit right at my eyebrow area, and then I stopped, and it fits perfectly. Like, it worked like a charm. So I'm super happy it worked because I like the patterning on this so much that I didn't want to put a brim per se. But like I said, you could do whatever you want. It's your hat. You choose what you want to do with yours. But I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to keep working on my second one. I'm already going. So I will have, I'll put the written pattern up on my website, which I'll link below when I get it uploaded. It may not be for a few days, but yeah, I'll get it uploaded eventually, and then that will be free PDF pattern. I don't use my website a lot for things, but I do use it for PDFs for you guys. It doesn't have ads all over on it, so if you don't like going to websites that designers have because there's pop-up ads, I have none of that. None. I don't opt to put ads on anything, so if there is an ad, it's the actual website, but I have never gotten an ad when I have been on my own website. So all of my patterns are under designs. So you'll click on the big banner on the front that says Spiffy Handmade, and then you'll have options of what else to choose. Click on the arrows wherever you want to go. Designs is my designs. So that'll take you to a page that has a whole bunch of different designs on it. Sometimes there's PDFs, sometimes there's only videos. If there is a video, it will be on the picture. if there's a PDF, it should be on the writing. Like if it says South Dakota Sunrise Hat, that should be on the writing, the words, and not the picture, if that makes sense. If not, let me know. So yeah, thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate you. Until next time, guys, take care. Bye.